So there's a guy that's saying $130,000 car loan is actually more beneficial for him to have, even though he's paying interest, versus just paying the car off cash. And the internet is just torn up by this. So he's responding back to someone who's actually insulting him for doing this and thinking he's pretty dumb for doing it. Let's tear this video apart and actually see what's going on and why he's in this scenario.
So Parker says if you're buying $130,000 cars, you should be buying it with cash. Have fun with those payments. Parker, you're going to flip out when you realize what the payment is on this. If you don't think I should buy the $130,000 car with financing, what about the $270,000 car? Parker, you're just playing a different game than me. That's okay. You have to try and put other people down and their strategy to try and make yourself feel better about your situation.
All right, so I want to pause right here before he even gets into breaking down why he'd rather borrow the $130,000 instead of paying it off cash. Sometimes people just take stuff the wrong way. I don't think everybody who has another method as to what they're dealing with is actually coming from a more hateful position. When I first saw this headline, I was like, bro, he should have just paid it off in cash. As we review so many videos on his channel with people who borrow the money and even people who are business owners, like they'll have a Turo business or they'll have some other business making $20,000 to $40,000 a month, having $400,000 cars, but then their income decreases. And that's where it hits them the hardest. So let's hear what this guy is about and why he's in this scenario.
Maybe just ask some questions. Game I'm playing is to become a billionaire. Like, to be a billionaire. You ain't gonna save your way to being a billionaire. You're gonna have to hustle and make some stuff happen. So I don't believe in taking cash and buying toys with it. I take my cash and I invest it in my business. I take the cash and I hire someone. I run marketing. I hire a developer. I hire a salesperson. I go to a trade show. Those kinds of things with my cash. And I finance my toys.
Okay, so I'm liking where this is going because, number one, he's investing his money. Now, the scary part about this is you actually got to make that money beat the interest rate. Because if not, well, you're in some deep trouble here. You're on a car loan that's $130,000. You're paying the banks free money, but I see where he's hinting towards it. And if you know where he's hinting towards, leave it in the comment section down below. For those who don't know, we're about to continue. But again, we've seen people have great falls, even though they invest their money because they thought things were going to go well and it just completely turned upside down. And they're over here on the next clips we're reacting to. You can see that sometimes people are like, yeah, you know, when times were good, you know, I was paying the car note and everything. And, you know, my car notes in total were like $10,000 a month. My income decreased and now I'm trying to sell them, but I'm underwater now. It can happen just like that.
Because business loans are extremely expensive. The interest rate on business loans, super high. Interest rate on toys, very low. So why would I take the cash that I could put in my business, generate a higher ROI, avoid having to take a business loan, and then just finance my toys? You might think, well, why even have toys? You shouldn't have toys. Well, what if I die tomorrow? I don't want to be...
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're not promised tomorrow, but here's what I think about this. One, I'm not buying a luxury car, unless I can buy it cash. Now, there's multiple ways to the top, but I believe, yes, okay, sure, cash can be used in a different way in order for you to invest in and beat the interest rate. But you're playing a tug of war. That's what I believe. You're playing a tug of war here. All right. You're over here paying extra money to the bank, but then you're working or you're having an asset work for you to make more money at a faster rate than you are with the borrowed money. And so you're always hoping that this is going to beat the bank, right? But why not just have this continuously grow until you're like, you know what? I got some disposable income now. Let me go ahead and buy that car. This guy's philosophy, it may get him nice cars and whatnot, but I can't agree with this as I start to make more money. Because the thing is, most people who come from not making money, they don't have this type of mindset, right? They don't have the type of, I'm not going to say the assets to build this, but the patience. I believe patience is so valuable. It's why so many people create content on YouTube and they quit because they don't have the patience to see things through or the patience to keep trying new ideas. All right. Or why they quit a business. They don't have the patience to find out what the market would actually pay for with the type of value they bring or to improve their skill set. I remember, I'm not going to get off too far off topic here. I remember investing in one of my first mentorships about 6 years ago, and I learned that I had to sell online fitness programs through the phone, like voice. And I was so nervous because I'm like, yo, who is going to pay me $2,000, $3,000? And they never met me in person, and they just see my Instagram videos, and they're going to want to pay me 2 to 3 grand just because I'm on the phone with them. But once I learned and invested $400 a month for 2 years, that's how much that mentorship costs, I was able to gain the skill of communication, which most people lack. So patience is what took me from not believing that I could make this much money to knowing I could make a lot more money. At the end, when I closed that business down, I was making 4 to 5 grand per client selling those online fitness programs. Now, I say all that to say it required patience. If I would have given up within the first 30 days of investing $400, I would have been out $400. But I worked my butt off and I made a profit of $700. But it was very stressful when I raised my expenses. Hear me out. It was very stressful when I raised my expenses, lived in a $2,000 apartment, started buying groceries, lived on my own, taking care of my girlfriend as much as possible, and my income would fluctuate in that online fitness business. And when it fluctuated, I felt it. We felt it. And so I had to realize that having the money in cash is more of a, I guess, safety hazard or a better risk decision in order for me to, get the things that I actually want. Because I always thought, oh, I can just make the money right back. I can make the money right back. And it caught up to me. And that's technically living paycheck to paycheck. But again, that's my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below.
Be hustling this hard in a business and not have enjoyed my life. I mean, I barely even noticed the payments. I'm going for a different goal. I'm trying to sell a technology company for hundreds of millions of dollars, where your measly payment on a $130,000 car is minuscule. You have admin people that do that for you.
That makes sense. I mean, he's looking to become a billionaire. He's looking to invest into a company and sell it for hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, and there's multiple ways to the top. I'm just not doing that. Let me know if you would do it.
That's the game that I'm playing. I would never take my cash and spend it on a toy when I can take that cash, invest it in my business, and generate a higher ROI than the interest of what I'm going to pay on that toy. So unless interest rates become astronomical on toys, I'm probably going to keep playing the game the way I want to play the game. Because you know what? 7 years ago when I started my business and I had $500 in my account, I didn't see you there trying to help me. I didn't see you there paying my bills. I didn't see you there getting me this beautiful property and the things that I have in life. So I'm just going to keep playing the game the way it works for me. And the way it works for me is to take my cash and invest it in my business and in myself while financing my toys. And I'm going to
and this kind of reminds me of a method that I learned from Myron Golden. And it was basically a concept where you use your 9 to 5 income, right? We're not even saying he has a 9 to 5, but he owns some type of asset. But let's say for the majority of us, we work a 9 to 5. You use your 9 to 5 income, and most people use it to pay their bills. And then the leftover money they use for whatever, for their luxury stuff, right? Here's the thing. There's a problem with that, because in order for you to build wealth, you need to put that money into something that's going to help you earn money at a faster rate. And this is exactly what he's explaining. The only thing that I don't agree with that most people do is to borrow money and you invest your money and then hope that it's beating the interest, because the car is a depreciating asset. You get what I'm saying? The car is a depreciating asset. So like I'm okay. And that might be why he doesn't want to pay cash, because if it gets wrecked or whatnot, and his money value is going down in that car. But I don't want to buy it unless it's cash, because the way I see it is, if you work your 9 to 5 income, you get your 9 to 5 income. Okay, we know you got your bills, but before you pay your bills, pay yourself first. Make sure you're investing into yourself. That investment into yourself should help you grow your assets. Your assets, assets should help you make money, and then you pay your bills, and then your bills go out, and then you have leftover money, right? But then that's if you have leftover money. But at the end of the day, soon enough, your assets will grow past your bills and will be able to pay your bills. And then once you're able to pay your bills with your assets, you're able to get the extra money from your assets and reinvest it, or just get luxury items. It's the money you didn't technically work for. Your money is making money for you. For YouTube, your videos are making money for you. Okay, I don't need to be making $500,000 a year in order to have assets. I create assets every single day by creating YouTube videos, and every time the YouTube videos get played, I'm making money in my sleep, no matter what time, because the internet is going to run 24/7, and people are going to watch my videos 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you guys are interested with making money on YouTube, monetizing your own channel, definitely join the Cashflow Creators Club. Link is in the description down below. I'm sharing all my analytics, what I get paid, what I'm doing to grow, what I'm doing to grow 15 to 25% every single month on YouTube. All right, I'll see you guys on the next clip. Subscribe if you like the content. Let's get it.